Hello, Lucy and Conrad and Caleb. Papa is back to tell you more of the story of the Avengers and their frenzy in a far-off land. Goliath is the one in the far-off land. He's in South America seeking Dr. Anton, and one of his captured attackers is leading him into the Forbidden Land. But back in New York, we have Hawkeye seeking out Black Widow and her powerful allies, while Captain America and the Wasp are waiting for his alert. So let's join Hawkeye as he's traveling around looking for his foes. Okay, thousands of miles to the north we find Hawkeye. He says, only a real boss cat like Cap would have given me this second chance. Boss cat. That's a good thing. And no matter what happens, I'm not going to drop the ball. Look, there's the building now. And there's no place that Hawkeye can't get to as long as I've got a cable coil arrow in my sling. I just hope this won't be a phony lead. And so he shoots out his cable arrow and swings into the warehouse. There he looks through a window. Well, that's one worry I can forget about. They're down there all right. I don't see Natasha, but her two costumed stooges are big as life and twice as ugly. Well, here goes nothing. And so he leaps through the skylight. Look up there! It's Hawkeye, says Power Man. Crash! How thoughtful of him, says Swordsman, saving us the trouble of going after him. That's right, Swordsy. I don't want you to strain yourself the least little bit. And then he thinks, I'll hit that beam above them and use my cable to swing over them. There's a lot you've got coming to you from old Hawkeye, and I want you to be in good condition so you can appreciate all of it. Just in time, Power Man was about to shake me clean off that girder. A good maneuver, Hawkeye, says Swordsman, but unfortunately for you, you're up against your master. And Swordsman says to Power Man, stay out of it, muscle bound. I want him all to myself. And Hawkeye thinks, the Swordsman always considered himself my master since he taught me my skills years ago in our carnival days. I can't live with that shadow over me. I've got to prove that I'm his equal at last. But his swordsman's slashing sword, zzzt, have you so soon forgotten? In my hands a sword is all weapons in one. That is why the swordsman shall be master forever. And he slices through Hawkeye's cable. No, it can't end this quickly. It can't. Look, he's falling upside down. His arrows are falling out of his quiver. Cap spent hours teaching me how to fall, how to relax and land safely. This is the acid test, and I won't fail it. Not bad, Hawkeye, says Power Man. You broke your speed with a fast backflip and then landed soft on your palms and toes. Too bad you had to come down right near Power Man. Hawkeye looks and he thinks, my arrows, they fell from my sling during my plunge. He knows it. That's why he's so smug. But then Hawkeye thinks, under my foot, a long heavy piece of wood from a broken crate. And Hawkeye still has his bow. And so he shoots the wood at Power Man with his bow. Thock! And he says, back, you gloating goon. I'm not finished yet. Were you watching, Swordsman? Asked Hawkeye. In the hands of Hawkeye, anything can be a weapon too. Now, he thinks, I've got a split second to grab my fallen arrows. Don't you go away, you two. The party's not over yet. It will be for you, you blasted braggart, claims Power Man. Once I get a hold of you, bam! And he shatters the floor. I just managed to get one, so this is it. He's too powerful to stop for long, but my blast arrow should be able to get him out of my way for a while. And Power Man says, ha, one arrow can't hurt me, and you know it. Throck. Hurt you? Why would a sweet kid like me want to do a thing like that? But the blast arrow shatters the floor. Power Man says, what? I'm falling. I'm crashing through the floor. It collapsed underneath me. And Hawkeye says, don't fret, big man. Try Ice Blue Secret. It'll keep you cool and fresh. That's a deodorant that was popular back in the day. And Power Man realizes he wanted it this way. That's why he aimed at the floor beneath my feet. But before the words can die in Hawkeye's throat, he sees Swordsman's spinning blade. He's swinging it at me. Whoosh. Swordsman said, I thought I had taught you the danger of overconfidence years ago. But at any rate, your reflexes are swift enough as Hawkeye jumps out of the way. He's not giving me time to scoop up another arrow. And then Hawkeye thinks, I've got to keep moving, stay clear of his blade at all costs. Zip! Because Swordsman can use his sword to shoot off all kinds of power rays and weapons. Had you not turned against me, says Swordsman, I might now be proud of your progress, Hawkeye. You have proven to be a worthy student of the sensational swordsman. But for the swordsman, it's always all about him. He's such a braggart. And Fatak, he keeps shooting things at Hawkeye, and Hawkeye thinks he's taunting me with that student bit. He knows how it bugs me, but I've got to hold my temper. I'm not going to lose my cool. He's getting worried himself. He realizes I'm not the easy mark he thought I'd be. And now he's got to learn that the student has finally overtaken the master. Once I was the student, but now I am the master, says Hawkeye in his best Darth Vader tone. But then unexpectedly, he turns and he sees Black Widow. And look, she's holding his arrows. I believe you're looking for these arrows, says Black Widow. Natasha, you! I knew you couldn't ever really side with those creeps, said Hawkeye. My heart told me when the chips were down, it would be you and me again, just like it used to be. Quick, honey, let me have them, and I'll finish this off before you can pucker up. Come on, baby, don't just stand there. Let's get it over with. Hawkeye still believes that Black Widow is going to be on his side. Well, let's see what happens. That's just what I must do, Hawkeye. Get it over with. And what better way to do it than with the sudden bite of the Black Widow? And she shoots him with her Black Widow sting. I've given you just enough intensity to keep you back, to make you aware that your cause is hopeless. And Hawkeye's without hope. His sweetheart, Black Widow, has turned against him. So, Cap and the others were right, replies Hawkeye. It can never be the two of us again, huh? Okay, gorgeous, then we'll play it your way.